Hey everybody, this is Jill for today. Welcome to my channel. I am making today, it's the month of March and we're getting into the St. Patrick's Day mood. So I am making a shepherd's pie today. Ground beef with vegetables, and there's going to be a mashed potato top. Very easy to make, very easy to freeze. So I will meet you over at the stove. So here I have a fry pan that's at probably medium to medium high heat. I've got probably a tablespoon of olive oil in there, and I've got a small onion chopped, fairly fine. And I'm going to be sauteing this up, getting them fairly soft. You can turn a little more, medium high. And a little salt and pepper here. A little pepper. All right, so I'm going to continue to get these sauteed, and once they are soft, and I'm not going to brown them, but I am going to saute them, and we will be back. So here I have my onions, and you see they're translucent, they're not browned, they're almost fairly cooked though, so this is how they should look, and I'm going to put these into a bowl, and we're going to get on to the next step. So I've removed the onions, and now I've got the pan good and hot, and I'm adding a pound of ground beef. This is 93% fat-free, and I'm going to break this up real good. Again, I'm going to add a little salt and pepper to this. If you like, you could add, garlic in here if you wanted. So I'm going to continue to break this up and get it browned. And once we have got that done, I'll bring it back. I have got my hamburger ground beef very nicely browned. I'm going to add those onions back in. Get them mixed up in there. Now, I don't know how really authentic this is. I call it shepherd's pie. And this is just like my version. It's kind of an easy version, you'll see as I make my sauce. Okay, so I've got this mixed in there. I'm going to add a little tomato paste. That's going to kind of give it a nice little richness there. A little bit of that. Get my other, here we go, that's it, now we got it. And I'm going to add a little bit of parsley. And I'm going to add a shake or two of Worcestershire sauce. That's about a tablespoon. And I'm going to, again, just kind of get all this mixed in. And once I do that, I'll bring it back. So here we are, all kind of mixed up, and here comes the lazy part. This is your powdered brown gravy mix. And that's what my sauce is going to be. I'm going to use 2 of those. And I'm going to add the 2 cups of water that belongs with it. And this is going to make my gravy. And what I'll need to do is bring this up to a boil, and that's what's going to get that sauce to thicken up. So we will be back in just a bit. So as you can see, it has thickened up nicely, and it's got it kind of nicely binded up. And I'm going to bring in some vegetables. This is your frozen mixed vegetables, and I'm going to add about 1.5 cups here. About that much. We'll see if I need any more. I'm going to add those in, and I briefly cooked those. I didn't cook them until they were all the way cooked. They might be frozen vegetables. Usually have the amount of time you need to cook them, and I cooked them about half of that much because they will cook in the oven with the meat and gravy. So as you can see, this is a nice filling. It's thick. It's got a lot of flavor in it. It's got some vegetables in it, so that's a good thing. So I'm now going to turn my heat off, and I'm just going to let it sit here and cool just for a few minutes, and then I'll be putting it in the pan and putting some mashed potatoes on top. So we'll be back in a bit. So my plan is to, usually I make it in a large casserole, but I want to make enough so I can freeze them. And this is a nice serving for 2, and actually I don't eat a whole half, so I'm just gonna, maybe have a little left over for someone else. So here I'm gonna spoon this in and spread it out, because remember, we're gonna put some mashed potatoes on top of this. Actually, what's interesting? I might only have enough here for 1. Well, no, that's going to be good. The other one might be a little smaller. Okay, I'm going to just set this aside now and bring the other one in here. Spread that out. This is good old Irish. This is a good old Jill for Today comfort food. Not sure, like I said, I'm not sure how Irish it is. It's on a theme. Okay, so I've got my meat all in there. So this one might have a little more in it than this one, so I'm just going to kind of even this out a little bit. I think they're pretty even. Okay, now I made some mashed potatoes. This was 8 russets, medium-sized russet potatoes. That, just you cook up your mashed potatoes, you mash them, there's a little milk in there and a little butter. So now I'm just going to dollop these on top, and I will spread it out as I go here. Kind of give it a little spread here. I'll put a little bit more on there because I want to make sure I have enough for both of them. All right, let me take the other one here, and once you hang out there for a few minutes, and I will bring you back once I have these covered. So as you can see, I've got these pretty well even potatoes, and now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to score this, and what that's going to do is when you bake it, all those little ridges are going to turn golden brown and kind of crispy, and that'll make those potatoes even nicer. So I'm just going to do that. So that is about it. All right, so I've got these ready to go in the oven. My oven is set at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and once I have the oven heated up, I'm going to put those in, and I'm going to give them about 45 minutes. Now everything is cooked, of course, so I want to make sure that those potatoes are nice and golden brown and you get a little bubbling going on the side. So I will bring you back when these are completely cooked. Here it is, this beautiful, beautiful shepherd's pie. See how all those little, and if you wanted to make it more, you could put it under the broiler and really crisp it up. But as it is, it's just lovely. Well, I'm going to get a plate and we'll serve some of this up. Okay, let's take a piece here out of this corner. It's hot. Ooh. I checked the internal temperature. Oh yeah, see how warm that is? And that was about 185. You want it to be at least 100. And now I had mine in the refrigerator for a while, but oh, isn't that lovely? So you can see that beautiful meat down in there. See that? Oh, there we go. I'll give that. But oh, it's hot. Oh my gosh, it's hot. But it is a delicious, delicious entree. It's got your veggies in there. It's got potatoes and some nice ground beef. And we're going to plate some of this up and we are going to eat. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.